She rushed out of the dorm and dialed the old custodian's number in the hallway. The phone rang 7 times before it was answered. Hurried breathing coming from the other end. "Child, did you administer the inhibitor?" The old man's voice trembled.
"I did, but Lena said..."
"Listen to me!" The old man interrupted her. The sound of clashing metal loud in the background. "I just checked the museum's top secret archives. That female corpse. She didn't die of illness. She was a victim of a time experiment accident in 2054. Trapped in a temporal rift. Those spores, they're not biological parasites.
Then what are they?"
They're temporal anchors." The old man's voice was almost drowned out by static. "Each spore is dragging the present time toward the future. That photo your friend took, it's not a photo. It's a window into the temporal rift. Once the window opens, the countdown begins." The sound of shattering glass came from the other end of the line, followed by the old ma. Lena's startled cry. The call cut off. Isabella stood in the empty hallway, phone clutched in her hand. The dorm door suddenly swung open, and a roommate peeked out, her face deathly pale.
"Isabella, you need to come see Lena."
Isabella rushed back into the room. Lena was sitting on the bed, looking down at her own arm. On the surface of her skin, pale blue fluorescent numbers had appeared, embedded beneath it like tattoos. 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 17 seconds. The numbers were ticking. 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 16 seconds. 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 15 seconds.
"It's counting down," Lena said, looking up, her eyes devoid of any emotion. "What happens when it reaches 0? No one answered.
Outside the window, the night was thick as ink. In the museum's special exhibition area, on the other side of the city, inside the transparent display case, the female corpse's eyelashes trembled slightly. The corners of her lips curled upward, ever so faintly, into a subtle arc. Isabella stared at the secretly taken photo on her phone screen. Her fingertips icy cold. In the reflection on the display case glass, the date, the 12th of July 2054, was seared into her retina.
She turned the phone toward the elderly curator. How do you explain this?"
The old man leaned closer to the screen, his cloudy eyes suddenly contracting. He took off his reading glasses, repeatedly wiping the lenses with his sleeve. When he put them back on, his fingers trembled slightly. "Spores don't alter time." His voice was as dry as sandpaper, grating. "The museum has preserved this body for 37 years. There has never been such an anomaly." Hurried footsteps echoed from the corridor outside. Isabella whirled around to see the school nurse